our junior coaches, which is Richard Messiah. He's riding his own horse here. Richard's currently got his assistant instructor certificate and he's training towards intermediate. So most of the staff here at Wellington, you see in Brian, the smiley faces, are all here to further their career a little bit and to train for future exams. So it's quite nice to have a team who are really interested in their own training and developing themselves. So as I say, we're definitely not going to let them away with too much tonight. And then next we have the guys in the red. We have Becky Price, who's one of our working pupils. And behind that we have Vicky Bailey, who's also one of our working pupils. Now the working pupils team here at Wellington has been around. I myself came down quite a few years ago and started off as a working pupil. And it's great they can come here and get 12 months worth of experience. And Wellington's such a busy place. They get access to dressage competitions, show jumping competitions, you know, the riding school, the junior riding, everything that we have here, and they get great experience. So for example, Becky, who's our first rider on Domino, is quite a keen coach herself, and she's starting to develop herself and get used to, you know, dealing with clients and dealing with children. The next rider we have, Vicky. She's quite a keen rider, and hopefully will go on as a bit of a rider from here. And she's known as someone who can almost sit on anything. Hopefully Pinocchio's going to be quite well behaved this evening. So just now they're just riding in drill formation. Now riding in like this is a great skill to have because the riders have to be able to adapt and sort of think quite quick. This variety of horses we've got here are all horses who were either bought to work in the riding school or are currently working in the riding school. We had a bit of a scheme here at Wellington where the horses that we buy, you know, you can come and have lessons on them. You basically try them before you buy them. And we have a 6-month loan scheme with a view to buying the horses. And then we do have an in-house. Oh, George has lost a little bit of control there. Sit up, George. That's it. Well done. So that's George at the back on Beano. He's off now. George does, don't look horrified everyone, George does quite like a little bit of speed as he's going around, so that's alright. Now hopefully in a minute we're going to see the riders split off and do some work as pairs. So we're looking to see where each combination, so we've got Danny and Richard, the staff are going to stay together, Vicky and Becky are going to stay together, and then we've got our pony club members. We've got Rebecca and Imogen Treadgold, our sisters. They're in our in-house pony club here, which is a great chance for children who don't own their own ponies to actually join the pony club. And Wellington Riders has a pony club centre membership. As you can see all the badges the girls have got. They come and they do rallies on our horses. They do unmounted rallies. George, who you can see cantering 100 miles an hour, not only rides at Wellington, but he also does pony racing. So George is quite used to going flat out on little 14-2 ponies around the gallop, so he'll be having a great time right now. And well, we might as well introduce at the back, we have George, who's on Beano, and we have Tilly, who's on Spangles. And the reason they're riding here tonight is just to show Wellington has always had a big history in training children and starting people, you know, right from the word go. One of our, I'm sure lots of you know her, Sarah Jane Elmsley, who started to learn to ride here and has produced horses up to Grand Prix level. We had another rider tonight competing in the championship, Sammy Elliott. She also learned to ride here. So it's great. Wellington's always had a big history in training young riders and training students. Oh, Beano's off again. He's definitely thinking this is quite big fun. So we're just showing here a little bit timing and skills. Well done, riders. George, make sure you leave enough space for Tilly. That's it. Well done. Great, it's lovely to see the horses working well together. Two of the firm favourites are the two coloured horses, that's Domino and Pinocchio. They both came here as 4-year-olds and they work within the riding school. Domino, who's the larger cob, actually does quite a lot for the riding for the disabled. He's a really, really sweet horse and he'll take a lot of riders doing most things, which is great. Yeah, let's see if we can get this double formation right. That's so far the riders are doing quite well, because I haven't started shouting at them yet. Most of these riders are certainly the first couple of riders that used to be shouting at them for something. So far Danny and Richard are off the hook. Haven't seen them looking down yet. Not sure if anyone else down the bottom end can see them checking things out. Right, so we're going to have the pony riders in front now. So come on, George and Tilly, you're going to lead the way now. Well done. Now this little pony in front that George is riding, he's actually only 5 years of age, and then the little pony next to him, Spangles, he's only about 7 years old, and they've been produced here at Wellington, as most of these horses in the arena now have. They're all owned, or were previously owned by Wellington and produced. And I think actually if the dressage judges were here right now, I think they'd all be quite impressed at how rhythmical these native cyclist hobbies are. Oh, and who's this? I think we have a little extra addition to the evening. This is Molly on Mouse. Molly's obviously dressed in her pyjamas because she's a little bit past her bedtime. And here's our latest addition to Wellington riding, one of our very special little ponies. He's called Mouse. Mouse is available for dressage lessons, cross-country lessons. Mouse loves show jumping. I think previously today he was jumping fences at about 1.20 meters. Okay, right. That's it, Molly, go out a little bit. Oh, hang on, Mike has decided he's going to stick with his friend Vino.
Okay, Molly.
Good. Well done, Molly. Only a step forward. Right, I think we could possibly give them a very quiet round of applause and see if they all stay on. So if we go, a little round of applause. Well done, riders. Okay, well done, guys.
And so now David's presenting each of the riders with a celebratory rosette. For those of you who do ride, I'm sure you'll agree with me, it's not as easy as it looks, and especially trying to keep horses side by side as you're riding along can be quite difficult. They tend to look and wonder why the other one's there. They spend a lot of time riding in single file, so that's a definite achievement. And that level of precision is quite something to achieve. So very well done to all of the riders there. I think a few of the ponies definitely appreciating that they've got their rosettes on and posing a little for this.